Hi, this is Mama Wolf, and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to take a look at the new Knowledge Hub that's been set up by Jonathan and his team over at Multiboard. Whether you're brand new to Multiboard or maybe a little more advanced, this Knowledge Hub really brings together all the elements of Multiboard. All right, let's get started. You're going to navigate to multiboard.io or use the link in the description and head on over to Resources and click Knowledge Hub. There we go. Once this page opens, I want to kind of give you a tour of how it's laid out. You're going to notice over here on the left-hand side that there is a drop-down menu. Yours might be closed because I've been here before and I keep this beginner section opened. There will be more to come in this Knowledge Hub. At the time of this recording, we have the beginner section built out. So if your page looks like this, click on that little arrow and it will open up the menu. Then in the center, you're going to have your documentation. And we'll get to that just here in a minute. But let's look over here on the right. On the right is another menu. However, these are hyperlinked to the page that displays in the middle. What does that mean? It means if you see your topic, you can click on, say, Tile Planner, and it's going to drop you down here to Tile Planner, so you don't have to scroll. It's going to be important on some of the other pages because there is more information. This one is not as long. Let's head back up to the top. I'm going to click on the free demo pack. This is where you can watch the tutorial that Jonathan's put together. Walking through this pack, it's highly recommended that you print one of these out because it will get you started on the right path of understanding how everything fits together. And if you want to download that, you just click this link, open the link, and it will take you to the Multiboard demo pack on Things, and then you download. Let's head on back. Let's take a look at the parts library. If you follow this link here, it will take you into the free area to locate the parts that you need. Let's head on back. The Knowledge Hub is right where we're at. The Tile Planner, this is a great tool for after you measure your space to come in and put in your dimensions for either border tiles or the non-border tiles for the on-grid system. If you want more information on the Multiboard Planner, we have another video that goes into more details. Let's head on back. Then you have the community link. You can join the community for free. There are also paid levels that you can investigate by clicking on the Learn More. But just a nice thing to remember, you can download the parts from Multiboard for free. These are just bonus levels. There are different things at each level that the community gives you. All right, let's just scroll down here to the bottom. We can move on to the printing guidelines by using this bottom button here, or even the menu on the left-hand side. You'll notice that we're in the printing guidelines page now. For this documentation, this is where you're going to find your print settings. You're also going to find information on stacked printing. Papa Wolf and we use iron stack printing, and there's also a guide for multi-material stack printing. Then there is also information on material shrinkage. Be sure to check that out as well. Let's go on to the next bit, which is the most exciting because this is where we're going to see our first poster. The posters are really helping me understand all that Multiboard has to offer. This first poster talks about the common connections. Remember, we are in the beginner section. This is just the basics. The nice thing about Multiboard is you do not have to use everything. Find your favorites, build your system out, and then you can always come back and level up what you're doing with your system. Don't feel like you have to do it all. So let's just take a quick look at this poster. I would recommend studying it and just learning the terms and getting to know everything that has a connection. Let's scroll down and we're going to go to the next section, which has another poster. This is for the core parts. And there's a lot more information in this section. So you're going to find not only the poster helpful, but this menu on the right-hand side is going to be something that you'll want to refer to. Let's take a moment to talk about how the poster interacts with that right-hand menu. If you notice here on the poster, you're going to see a number. It's a numbering system. So the very first set of items on the poster correspond to the multi-board tile. If you notice over here on the right-hand side, you have multi-board tile. Then we have the hole types, the tile setup and mounting, and the printing information. These are all linked down to documentation down below, so it will take you away from the poster. So if I click on hole types, it's going to take me to the documentation for that. Let's scroll back up to the poster and walk through this. So then you have 2 for your snaps. It's going to correspond back here for your snaps. And then you have your 2.1, your 2.2, and you'll see that they coordinate right here. Not coordinate, correlate. Yeah. And this type of system continues through multi-board, even multi-point. You will need to scroll on the right to see all of the options that correspond back to the poster. Let's go to the tile mounting guide. This section is still, at the time of this recording, being built out. However, they do have the link to the old Knowledge Hub that we can take a look at. So you can learn a little bit about this. There'll be some updates coming, of course, but that is there for you. And that's just our quick tour of the Knowledge Hub that's been created by Jonathan and his team. I hope you've enjoyed this and gotten some good information. Please take time to check it out yourself. There's a lot that I did not go over, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview. So until next time, live the adventure one layer at a time.